I think the day I walked into Atlas, we had 80 nurses actually working for Atlas, and being over 1,000 nurses plus now is crazy to think back to some of those beginning days at our first office. And it was kind of a time where Atlas had no part of a training department. And so my training days were of the two owners of the company sitting in an office just telling us what travel nursing was about and what we hoped it would be in the future. And I laugh now of like, we literally got sent back to our desks and we're told like, go make some phone calls, let us know how it goes. Where, you know, current Atlas recruiters, when they come in, they have a 2-week formal start, and then they work with people and they have mentors and they have those kind of stuff. So the old term in the very first office was, we called it the Wild Wild West. And it literally was. I mean, stuff being thrown around the office. We had like 7 contracts where we could place people. And at that point in time, you would go out and find a traveler, and then you would go to the client managers and be like, hey, I have this traveler and they're interested in this. And they would actually call into the hospital and they would actually try to get a new contract. And one by one, every person that we added to the Atlas crew, we would gain some sort of knowledge, or we would add a hospital system, or we would, you know, start to work with a vendor. Part of those days were the vendors that we worked with. We were like tier 4 of 1 through, tier 1 people got new jobs on the first day, and tier 4 people got them like 8 to 10 business days after they opened. And so we would get jobs that were just the cruddiest jobs that you could ever come up with, and we'd have to try to find candidates to fill those jobs that we had. So it was really the Wild Wild West, but I look back and it was super fun. Like, if I would have known now what I knew then, it would have been super scary. You know, I know there were times where like we couldn't make payroll, and we were borrowing money from people from other places and other banks just to make payroll because we hadn't been open long enough. I've heard stories of recruiters not taking a commission on certain months so that we could make payroll for our travelers, or, you know, the owners not taking a paycheck for times. Like, those are the cool sacrifices that people don't know about the organization, or how awesome the people, that the heart, sweat, the tears that have come from this, but they don't know the little sacrifices of how many times it would have been super easy to just close the doors, tell all the employees, sorry, this didn't work out. And I was naive to those. Like, that stuff was going on around me. And, you know, 2 years into it, 4 years into it, like, we talk about those things, and you keep hearing another story after another story about how bad it was, or how close like Atlas would not be around. And that makes every day that we go forward and every traveler that we bring on more cool. And the story gets better and better because of the sacrifices and the chances that people have taken.